areas you have to study. So that I will tell you now, okay? Regarding international relation altogether, okay? Wait a minute. Okay. Okay, good morning. See, for preliminary examination in international relation, bilateral, international organization altogether, some 5 to 8 questions in an average is coming, okay? Most of the things what is coming in preliminary examination, we can easily, we can have a pattern, okay? We can identify that particular pattern, okay? That means, that doesn't mean that only the things what I am telling only will come, okay? It is an exhaustive. The number of questions is very small, so they can ask anything. But one thing is for sure, everything is current affairs based only. All are current affairs based things only, okay? What you people read in newspaper only mostly comes in the 95% current affairs based questions only is coming in preliminary. Just I will show you in the last 3 years what all the questions came, in which area questions came, that we will see, and based on that we will identify certain areas, and then based on that you have to work it out. And the biggest thing here is, in international relation, bilateral, any question asked means you have to shoot it. Because the people who are regularly, properly following current affairs definitely will score this. You can't miss this, okay? Because this area will not be completely unknown. So everybody will be tempted to attempt that particular question. If you are not clear means, if it goes wrong means, you will get minus marks. Okay, so that's why you have to note that we have to be sure. So 5 to 8 questions, sure shot you can do it. 95% accuracy you can score. 99%, okay? You can score all the questions in fact. And they are not asking anything very deeply. What are the places you read in the current affairs, news, what all the places came, what all the terms came, like that only, basically only they are asking. Okay, so first let us see what all the questions came during 2024, okay? So countries in news, the countries or places in news, very simple, okay? So Argentina, worst economic crisis, like that one statement, this is the full statement. Sudan war between the countries regular and the paramilitary. Turkey rescinded its membership of NATO. So like this question was there. This is the three statements in one question. Okay, so the thing is, regarding NATO, last year, this is 2024, last year question. Last year, lot of issues were there regarding NATO. Because of the Russia's war on Ukraine, certain East European countries, they wanted to join NATO, particularly Sweden-like countries. Sweden have joined, okay? Poland wanted to join, but what happened is Turkey blocked them. So this was the news, okay? But Turkey cancelled its membership in NATO. This statement is wrong. If you know this means 1 mark. So other two statements, yes, Argentina economic crisis was going on, Sudan war is going on in Sudan, easily we can identify. So this is the answer. So that means this part definitely you should know. If you know that Turkey is a country who is blocking other countries enter into NATO means, how come Turkey will cancel its membership? So even these two statements, first statement you are unknown means, this is for sure we can identify if we have regularly followed the newspaper means. Very simple. And Turkey, you have to note that people call it a sick man of Europe, okay? So they have understanding with Russia, but at the same time they are part of NATO. So Turkey is a major country, okay? So always Turkey is very active in NATO. It won't go with the West, but at the same time it is with the West, like that a country, okay? So easily we can identify, okay? And then next question came based on river, okay? The Red Sea receives very little precipitation in any form. No water enters Red Sea from rivers. So this is a geography question, climatology based question, okay? But you see, Red Sea was a hot topic in bilateral last year. The Houthi rebels were throwing rockets on the ships going through the Red Sea. The Hamas and then the Israel-Palestine issue. Because of that, the Red Sea was in news. So I thought that they will ask some other question, but they are asking a geography question. But why they are targeting Red Sea means it is in current affairs. Can you understand? So if any place is coming in current affairs means you have to look for the geography of that particular place also. What are all the rivers flowing there? What are all the mountains there? What are all the cities there? So like that, connecting with the geography, map geography, you have to read it. So this also you have to keep it in mind. Okay. So current affairs place, but geography question. Like that, many questions are there. I will tell you. See, and then see, regarding Latin America and Africa, mostly in mains examination questions will not come. So that's why what they do is in preliminary mostly they target it. Latin America is in bilateral relation also you see we don't have much interaction with Latin America except for this Brazil because Brazil is in BRICS. Otherwise we don't have any much interaction with Latin America. But still questions are coming in preliminary. See last year you have to know that Venezuela had some economic problem. Venezuela is having world largest reserve. Last year you have to note that India got into trouble because Russian oil and Iran oil is not available in the international market. So India had a problem. India have to forcibly buy more oil from Russia. Western country did not like this. Then in that case, what is the next question? Means where is the alternative for India? Where India can buy oil and gas? Means Venezuela is one such source. It is having enormous oil reserves. So that was in question. Okay, so you have to think. Okay, all the news what is coming in the newspaper only is mostly coming directly or indirectly. Okay, and then you see in Africa there was a question. There is a instability and worsening security situation in the Sahel region. There have been military takeovers, coup in several countries in Sahel region in the recent past. In West Africa and also in the central part of Africa, always it is famous for military coup d'etat. Coup means military takeover. Democracy versus military, military versus paramilitary, military versus within factions, rebel groups. Always this problem is there. Ethnic tensions are there. Okay, I will show you the maps. Okay, I will attach that. Send the maps to you. You can check it. Okay, so this was frequently were there in news. Africa means we will not read it, but we can't infer much information. What is going on? That and all we can't. It is very difficult, but we can understand. So in these countries, military takeover is there. The military is powerful. Military has overthrown the dictatorship. Elections will be conducted. Election result, the military will not accept. Military will take over the country. This is common to all the countries. All the countries. Particularly in West Africa. West Africa. Okay, this was in news. Okay, we have to target this. And then boundaries, countries bordering with the North Sea. North Sea means that means Atlantic Sea, North Sea, Baltic Sea, like that it will be there. Okay, so that means in the south west England will be there, southeast Germany, Norway. So in between this particular sea will be there. So that is a major. So through that only Russia can have to import things to Russia. Okay, so that area is a very important area. Okay, so North Sea is actually a major fishing ground. Regarding fishing also in WTO issues were going on. It is a major fishing ground where cold water, one warm current, these two current meet, lot of animal resources will be there, fishes. So it is also this was also in news. What are all the countries around North Sea? Like that question was there. Easily we will know. See, the North Sea means the options what they have given. Easily we can identify. How Germany will be here only, Norway will be here only. Like that we can easily assume. Okay. But you have to check the atlas again and again. So this is important. And then questions were regarding longest border between two countries, US Canada. So US Canada issues were going on. They are going to close the border now. Trump, Canada, they have issues. So this was in question. And another thing what I inferred is what is going to happen in the next year. The question will come in the previous year. That is what is going to happen in the late part of 2025-26. That you have to predict. So those will be the questions in 2025 preliminary. So 2025 preliminary will be in May. So what are all the going to be issue, the to be issues, like that certain issues will be there. No? So those areas only they concentrate. That means now only the problem is starting. So those areas you have to concentrate, particularly when you are reading newspaper. And then they were asking about some pipeline, the Sumed pipeline, strategic route for Persian Gulf oil and natural gas shipment to Europe. The Suez pipeline connects the Red Sea with the Mediterranean Sea. So again, you have to note that the Iran finds it difficult to sell its oil. So this is a major pipeline. So this was also frequently was in news. Okay. So almost all the questions are from current affairs only. So these are all the questions from 2024. 2023 means, you see, regions often reason being in news. These regions, these places you might have read in newspaper, like that certain news were there. Okay. North Kivu, the Ituri. So this is actually this Rwanda, Congo. So now also this year also this area question will come. Now issues are going on. DRC, Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, the Rwanda, Burundi. So these countries are fighting with each other. Kivu is a lake. So in and around the lake, some ethnic tensions are going on. So it's a hot issue, 2025 issue. That means for a long time it is prolonging this issue. Okay, this is a hot issue. War between Armenia and Azerbaijan. So that means this statement is wrong. And then Nagorno and Karabakh. This is Armenia, Azerbaijan. This was also in news. And then Kherson, Zaporizhia. So this is, see, just to check what I have given in the last 4 places. These places will be there. This is Ukraine, Russia territory. The Russia has annexed this territory from Ukraine. Last what I have given last, you check it. Last page, last thing. 4 names I have given. Russia have taken, after a referendum, it has taken 4 territories. Zaporizhia, Kherson, like that I have given 4 territories. So they are asking this. So all the 3 are wrong. So they are simply asking, that means where the particular place is there, what that issue is about, what issue happened there. Beyond that, no need to dig deep. But you should know these basics. Okay. And then questions were regarding area of conflict mentioned in news. Donbas, Syria, Kachin, Ethiopia, Tigray, North Yemen. So Tigray is Ethiopia, Somalia, Eritrea. So that area issues were going on. Okay. Where is Kachin? Myanmar. It is Myanmar. Very good. Okay, it is Myanmar. It's not in Ethiopia. It is in Myanmar. And then where is Donbas region? It is Eurasian area, Donbas region, Russia in that area. Okay. So all the 3 are wrong. All you have to know is where this place is there. Whenever you are reading a place, check the map. Problem solved. And then you see which one of the following is a part of Congo Basin. This is Africa based question. So in Congo Basin again conflict is going on. No? So which area is in Congo Basin means Nigeria, South Sudan, Uganda, Cameroon, easily we can identify. Okay. And then regarding Africa, again Israel-Palestine issue. Israel has established diplomatic relation with some Arab states, Abrahamic Accords. Yes, with UAE and other 3 countries, UAE, Bahrain, Morocco, Sudan, they have established. Arab Peace Initiative mediated by Saudi Arabia was signed by Israel and Arab League. So Israel did not accept it. So this statement is wrong. So answer will come. So Arab Peace Plan, I said, and then we discussed Israel-Palestine we have not discussed, I think. Okay. So today we will discuss. Have you discussed Israel-Palestine? Yes. So 4 peace initiative, 4 or 5 peace initiative I have shown. 4 or 5 wars I have shown. The peace initiative, Arab peace plan, like that I have given. The Arab peace plan did not work out. That means Israel did not accept. If Arab submitted a plan and Israel accepted this, means the entire problem is over. The problem is still going on. How come Israel accepted this deal? They have not accepted the deal. This is the main thing. Okay, and then next question you see, in the recent years, Chad, the Guinea, and then this Mali, Sudan caught international attention for which one of the following common reason? Everywhere military takeovers. All these countries, military takeovers were there. All these countries. And then which one of the following countries have been suffering for decades for civil strife and food shortages? So obviously it should be Somalia only. Easily we can identify. Countries share land boundary with Ukraine. So Ukraine is in heart of the news. Okay. So what are the countries around Ukraine? Okay. And then regarding important pipelines, connectivity projects also certain questions were there. India based connectivity projects. Okay. east-west corridor under golden quadrilateral connects with this. So you have to check this. All the connectivity projects, you have to check it. Trilateral highway, that is Thailand, Myanmar, India, that highway they are asking. And then BCIM, Bangladesh, China, India, Myanmar. So which areas are connected with this project, they are asking. And then last 2023, you have to note that G20 meets were there. So G20 questions were there in both the sites, okay. This is also G20 question in previous year also. The G20 group was originally established as a platform for finance ministers and central bank governors. Digital public infrastructure is one of the India's G20 priorities. If you follow the G20, what are the initiatives India have taken means, you might have answered. Very simple. Okay. Like that you see, check the 2022 news, the Senkaku Islands. So during the time Japan, China, they were fighting with each other. The Taiwan issue was going on. South China Sea issue was hot. And the Senkaku Islands is a dispute between Japan and China. So regarding that, questions were there. Okay. And then again, the same region, the African region, where problems are there. Recently, that is country important reason for being in news. Chad, setting up permanent military base by China. So the Guinea, that is suspension of constitution and government by military. Lebanon. So all these things were in news. What all the military conflicts were there, where and all military coups were there, where and all people, ethnic conflicts were there. They are simply asking. Easily we can identify. Okay. Region often mentioned in news. Turkey, Ethiopia, Spain, Italy. So they are asking the combinations. So actually Cabo Delgado is in Mozambique. There one ethnic conflict were there, some 3,000 people were killed there. So that's why they are asking. This is the wrong answer actually. So Cabo Delgado, because it is looking like a Spanish name. Okay, so it is Spain, so that's why they are confusing us. Okay, so this is the wrong answer actually. Okay. And the Catalonia, this everybody should know, Catalonia is in which country? Spain. They are asking, that means there is a problem in Spain between developed nation, underdeveloped areas. Regional disparities are there. The Catalonia, they are telling we are, so now South is telling no, why all the funds and taxes are going to the north, like that issues are going on within Spain. So that issue. And then regarding Africa, the question is the BDBD. So BDBD is actually in Uganda, I think, not in Kenya. So this is one of the largest refugee settlement the world is having. Refugee settlement, BDBD. Okay, and then some people fled from, so like these questions were there regarding Somalia, like that questions are there. So all these refugee crises were there during the time. What are the refugee camps, where and all refugee camps are there means human rights violations will be there. So that and all you have to check it. And then the term Levant, often heard in the news, roughly corresponds to which of the following regions? Like that question. 4 regions were there. Levant belongs to which region? Where is Levant? West Asia. World, like that simply you can tell. Specifically tell me. It is Syria. Syria's older name is Levant. Islamic State of the ISIS, Iraq and Syria, or ISIL. If people know that means answer will come. Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, or Islamic State of Iraq and Levant. So Levant is the older name of Syria. ISIS and ISIL are same. The Syria's older name is Levant. Syria was born only after the Second World War. Levant is the name. That means the area east to Mediterranean Sea. The regions east to Mediterranean, that will be the answer. 1 mark. And then what all the countries bordering with Afghanistan? Very simple. Because Afghan crisis, Taliban took over in 2022. Question was there, very simple. That means Taliban took over in August. Question was there in May. So that means you imagine. So that means what is the issue going to happen? They are asking us. That means like they are predicting what will happen in the next. What is the upcoming issue, upcoming crisis, upcoming policy. So whenever you are going reading for schemes and all, you have to check the cabinet committee. Not what all the schemes government have announced. That is approved by the parliament. That and all, if you check means, it will be previous year's question. You just check it. The government today is announcing a policy or law means. So this is current affairs, like that we will read. But these questions already will be there in the previous year itself. That means what is under consideration, what is the new issue is about to come. Already symptoms will be there. They will target, UPSC target that mostly. Mostly they will target this. So check that also. Cabinet committee, what all the issues discussed in the cabinet. In the PAB website, you check for the cabinet committee that that means what all the decisions taken. So those things are very important. Because they are, see this is a classic example. Afghanistan, Taliban took over in August 2022. But this question was asked in May 2022. The meaning is, they already know, so US is about to withdraw. Before the 20th anniversary, we will withdraw. Like that, US already decided. You can understand? So like that, just to check it, okay? So whenever that means you have to understand what is going on in and around you. Otherwise, you can't answer these questions. And then this is also a G20 based one group, okay? It is an initiative endorsed by G20 together with the Paris Club. It is an initiative like that. They asked some question, okay? Partially only this question is there. So G20, question is regarding G20 is there. And then whether India is a member of this organization, Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, AIB Bank. India is a member or not? India is a member. Okay, so this bank is led by China. New Development Bank is under BRICS. This is basically a SEO based bank, that is China dominated bank. Missile Technology Control Regime, India has already entered. And then Shanghai Cooperation Organization, India is a member. All the three. And then regarding Vietnam also some questions were there. By the time India was discussing to sell the BrahMos missile to Vietnam, Vietnam leaders came to India on that year. So we check it means regarding Vietnam they are asking a question. Vietnam is a communist country, one party country. So led by multi-party, if you take this means answer will come actually. So even 4-5 statements they have given, certain statements you may not know, no need to worry. One statement should be definitely wrong. Like that certain, this cannot be the fact. Like that one fact is there. If you can identify that means answer will come. 5 statements they are giving about a particular issue. So 2 statements we will know. 2 statements which is given we will not know. Whether it may be correct or may not be correct, like that will be there. But one statement is 100% wrong. So if you check that statement, means easily you can eliminate it. So the point is UPSC is not expecting that everybody should know every fact. But one particular thing you definitely should be wrong is there, no? That you should know, definitely. So if you know that means automatically you can eliminate. Like that questions will be there. And what all the organizations in the Turkic states. So like that questions were there. Okay. So from all these things what we can finally infer is the country's places in news. This is important. This you have to concentrate. Last 1 year, the country's places in news. You check for this. 2, international organizations in news. Hundreds of organizations are there. That and all not required. So what is coming in current affairs? Definitely you have to follow it. What they have done, any agreement, any issue going on. So that you have to check it. And 3, summits agreements. Particularly India-centric, Indian interest or international importance. Easily we can find it. And then definitely we can expect questions from Africa and Latin America. The different groups, AU, ECOWAS, Mercosur, like the different groups are there. Latin America and Africa. Check for those groups. Okay, and then conflict zones, refugee centers. Because conflict zone, refugee center means it is associated with human rights. So definitely questions are there. This is the pattern. And then boundaries. Caspian Sea, Black Sea, Suez Canal, Persian Gulf, South China Sea. So this time Trump is talking about Panama Canal. Panama Canal, US will take control. Panama Canal is now under Panama. Okay, so that issue. Okay, so US is trying to control that. And even Trump said that we wanted to buy the Greenland. So what are all the areas around the Greenland? That you have to check it geographically. So these are all the areas you have to target. Okay, and then connectivity projects, pipelines. So these are all the main areas you have to target. Okay, so I can't tell you these questions will come. Okay, it is impossible. So these are all the areas. See, this is not at all a problem. Easily you can read it. Whenever you are reading some tough topics, in between you read this. It will be easy. Okay, it won't take much effort. Okay, but all you have to do is analyze, check the map, what are the areas, whether it was in news, like that, just to check it. Region by region you check it means automatically we can cover a lot of things. So what I will do is, so I have listed certain areas. Okay, the important conflict zones, the countries, parties involved, what are the causes, just like that in a table format I have given. I will share this, you can check it. Okay, so conflict zones I have given. So these are all the conflicts, ongoing conflicts going on now. Okay, and then global connectivity projects. What are the important connectivity projects important to the world and particularly for India? So those connectivity projects I have given. Indian centric, Indian interest based. So this is all completely new. Lapis Lazuli corridor. Okay, so Afghanistan, Turkmenistan, Azerbaijan, Georgia, Turkey connects Central Asia to Europe, reducing dependence on Pakistan. To bypass Pakistan, we are doing it. Alternate trade to India, to Afghanistan and Central Asia. This one. So this one all completely new. Other things mostly you know. This is also new. Middle corridor, TITR, Trans-Caspian. So others mostly you might have came across. Chabahar, IMEC, INSTC, CPEC, BRI. This one all you know. So like this, check for this. And then more projects. Okay, GMS project, very important. Greater Mekong Sub-Region Economic Corridor. China, Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, Thailand, Vietnam. So expand China's influence in Southeast Asia. Part of India's activist policy. So India also wanted to be an active partner in this. So like that, just to check it. Okay. And then I have given the UN clause agreement. Regarding UN clause also, we can expect questions. Okay. Because the North is remain, some kind of problem will be there. Boundary problem, territorial conflicts will be there. Which area is controlled by which country, like the questions will definitely based on that only they are asking all this question. Whose jurisdiction this maritime territory is. So contiguous zone, exclusive economic zone means I have given. So distance, the coastal states' rights and other rights. Whether other countries can move their ships, aeroplane, etc. So all these things I have given. Just for an idea, just to check it. This is not the exhaustive information, just some idea. Okay, you can check it. And then the countries in news, for what purpose, that I have listed. I try to tabulate that. And then the places and cities in news. This Goma is very important. Democratic Republic of Congo, based on Goa, near the Kivu Lake only, this problem is going on. So just to check it. Okay. And then refugee camps, different important refugee camps which was active in the last 2 years. That also I have listed, just to check it. And then other important agreements also I have listed. Okay. So I will add some more and then I will send it in 1 or 2 days. Okay. And then so I also noted down important maps, which the area what you have to cover. Okay. This is the military coup zone. In all these countries, military takeover is there. Okay, coup belt. Okay, ECOWAS. These countries are ECOWAS countries. Within the ECOWAS, Economic Community of West African States, these countries and these countries are fighting with each other. Because in all these countries, military takeover is there. And all the military governments, they are now together. The democratic governments are together. The so-called democratic government. Like that, fighting is there. Elections will be there, result will be declared, but they won't accept the result, military takeover will be there. All the countries, same issue only. No need to, that means read much, okay, simple news. Who are the parties? If you know means it will be okay, that's all. More than that, the issue is same. The democratic mandate, certain group of people are not accepting because sharing the power, that problem is there. Okay, ECOWAS. And then this is African Union. These countries are suspended from African Union because of military takeover. These countries' military takeover is there, that's why. Active members, suspended members. These countries are active members, these are all suspended members. Again, these states. And then you have to note that Morocco, the West Sahara, this issue is also going on. So earlier this was under control of French, I think, when they withdrew. You have to note that the Mauritania, Morocco, these two governments are fighting with each other to control this West Sahara. This is Sahara Arab Democratic Republic, like that one new republic. This is a problem. And then this is called the Maghreb region, Maghreb region. This region is called. In Africa, this region is called Maghreb region. They asked the Sahel region for that. So these are all the issues. Okay, Morocco, South. So this area is under the control of this Mauritania, the Polisario. It is a group of people. They are controlling this territory. Morocco is telling it is mine. So to get the approval from US only, Morocco were part of the Abrahamic Accords. Otherwise, Morocco have no interest over Abrahamic Accords. But when US, other big countries are there in a group, means Morocco immediately accepted the Abrahamic Accords, UAE, Bahrain, Morocco, Sudan. So why means because to get the backup for Morocco to control this territory only, Morocco is doing this. Very simple. Niger also problem is going on. So these three countries, different military governments are there, and the democratic governments are fighting against them. These three militaries, different interests, they are coming together because we are all military government, so we are all forming one group. Like that they formed a group. One common thing is all the three countries, military rule is there. They don't have anything common, except that all the three are military rulers. Okay, let us all the military rulers come together. Like that these countries are coming together. Mali, Burkina Faso and Niger. Gabon, same thing only. The military took over the government. When elections was announced, the people did not accept the election results. The military taken over this government. Okay, so this area just the Guinea-Bissau, this is also same thing only. Attempt, but it was not successful. Attempt was there. Fight is going on. And these are all the West African countries. Okay, check these countries. The countries around Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso. Just to check it. And then in Sudan now crisis is going on between military and paramilitary. These two group of people are fighting with each other. The two military, main military and paramilitary, they are fighting in Sudan. And then this DR Congo, this is the present issue. This is Rwanda. Rwanda is supporting a group called this M23. And they are going against DR Congo. DR Congo is getting the support from Burundi. Conflict is going on. This is the Kivu Lake. So here only Great Lakes are there. I will show you the map. Great Lakes. So this side Tanzania, Burundi. This is Lake Tanganyika. And this is Lake Victoria. Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania. This is Lake Albert. So here only the Lake Kivu is there. This lake, small lake. See, do you know how these lakes were formed? Actually, the tectonic plates, they split, result into a lake. These are all tectonic lakes. Okay, so this is called Great Lakes. Here only the fracture is there. Here also you see Lake Nyasa. So this is the fracture. The world is getting, what is it? Literally the plates are getting split here. So resulted into a lower gradient region in a lake. Just to check it. And then East African Federation. These countries wanted to form one single country, East African Federation. Somalia joined recently. Somalia willing to join because Somalia is having problem with Ethiopia and some of the countries. I will show you. See, Somalia, these two territories wanted to get independent. So Somalia wanted to join a united one country. That country only we call it as East African Federation. One group. Okay. So this is a problem is going on, and then refugee issues are there. Ethiopia is also involved in this. And then this is the Tigray region. Okay. So Ethiopia, Tigray. So Ethiopia, it is between Ethiopia, Eritrea. And Sudan crisis, the Sudan people are also involved in this. This region is the fragile region, where a lot of big refugee encampments are there. This you have to check it. And then OPEC countries. These countries are the OPEC countries, oil, petroleum exporting countries. Okay. And there is one more group called OPEC plus. This is blue is OPEC. Together they are called OPEC plus. In OPEC plus, who are the countries? Russia is there, Mexico, Kazakhstan, Oman, Azerbaijan, Malaysia, these countries. These are all the OPEC countries. Saudi and Iran are together in this. Don't get confused. How come Saudi, Iran will go together? Okay. So they are OPEC countries. These are all OPEC plus countries. I'll share this. You can check it later. And then Persian Gulf. Because Iran is under trouble, no? What are all the countries around the Persian Gulf? What are the different straits? The Gulf of Oman. This is Hormuz. This and all, check it. The countries around Iran. That and all you have to check it. And then connectivity projects. Okay, the Kalladan multimodal transport project, ship, then railways, roadways, like that. Okay, so Sitwe port, and from there roadways, then railways, roadways. So what are all the places it is connecting? These places and all you should know. Okay, multimodal means shipways, roadways, railways, like that. Check it. Okay, what all the area stretch it is covering, what are the distance, that and all I have given, just to check it. And then BCIM, China with India. Okay, what all the cities it is connecting, check it. Particularly Indian cities. East-West economic corridor. So China is trying to connect with Arabian Sea through this. India is not a part of this. So cutting across like this until Myanmar, this economic corridor is there. This you have to check it. And then China-Myanmar economic corridor. So China again wanted to come to Indian Ocean, that is Arabian Sea, through this route. This also you check it. This and all threat for India. This okay. India, the IMT, India, Myanmar, Thailand, trilobe. Okay. So connecting Thailand to India. And this road is going to join until, up to Vietnam. Proposal is there. This and all check it. Chabahar port. Through Chabahar port we can connect with Afghanistan and also with Central Asia. This also you check it. And then IMEC. So India, UAE, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Israel, and the European countries. So this is under proposal. So this check it. IMEC again. The cities covered. They will ask, arrange the cities left to right, right to left, like that they will ask. Check it. And then Suez Canal, the route. So this is the original route. Through Suez Canal easily we can go to Europe. And then Red Sea route again, because in Yemen you have to note that the Houthi rebels are trying to control this region, supporting the Palestinian people. They are not allowing Western ships to cross. That's why our Red Sea, last year itself question came. Okay, so again you check it. So this side also a lot of refugee crisis is going on. That's why the Red Sea is a very important. Suez Canal, Red Sea. Okay, this you check it. And then this time in Syria, the government was toppled. So area around Syria, the cities in Syria, the mountains, rivers, that and all you just check it. Okay, the countries around Mediterranean Sea, that also you can check it. And then this is the Gibraltar, Strait of Gibraltar. Okay, just check it. And then the Israel-Palestine issue again. So this is another hot issue. In and around questions can be asked. Okay. So West Bank, Gaza, because Gaza, they are trying to, US is trying to make the Gaza city as a international city. So that issue is there. So check it. So Gulf of Aqaba. So Jordan is having boundary. Saudi is having. So Gulf of Suez, Red Sea, Straits of Tiran. This one, check it. And then Jordan River. This is Jordan River. Sea of Galilee. This is Dead Sea. This is Sea of Galilee. Check it. Okay, so this is another map, the physical map. Sorry. And then the important straits. This I have shown it in the while we discuss West Asia. Okay, so Russia. This is two side. Turkey is there through Bosphorus, Sea of Marmara, Dardanelles, Aegean Sea, Mediterranean Sea, like that. So people will ask you to arrange it in order, left to right, right to left, something like that. Black Sea, the countries around the Black Sea. This is important. Check it. These are all the 4 areas annexed by Russia. Already in 2014 itself, Crimea became a part of Russia, this one. And then Sea of Azores, Kerch Strait, this and all check it. See, Kerch Strait, Taman Bay, so Sea of Azores. So this side, what all the waters are there, that's just to check it. And then Northern Sea route. So India tried to connect with Russia through Northern Sea route. The total distance is 13,000, 14,000 approximately. Suez route if you take means it will take 20,000 kilometers. So it is saving lot of distance and time for India. So we are exploring the Arctic Sea route to connect with Russia. And what are the countries around Russia? That also you can check it. You see, one thing is Norway is this side, but it is having direct boundary with Russia. So Norway, Sweden, Finland, like that we will think. Norway is in left extreme. Finland is only near Russia, like that we will think. But Norway touches Russian boundary. Okay. So this area you can concentrate, because this area is the hot topic today, the NATO boundary countries. Same thing only, this area you just check it. This is Gulf of Finland. And then note that this part is Russia. So this is North Sea, Baltic Sea. In Baltic Sea, Russia is having a territory. And after that, Lithuania, Poland, Belarus is there. After that, Russia is there. Russia mainly import through this only. And then you have this side, Greenland is there. Denmark is here. Note this. Same thing, same map only. Caspian Sea, the countries around Caspian Sea also is very important, because INSTC we are trying to connect with Russia through this. So this is important. And then this Azerbaijan problem, the Nagorno-Karabakh region. So this is the region where some Armenians are living, but surrounded by this territory, Azerbaijan territory is there. This is also Azerbaijan. Armenia wanted to take this territory. That's why people are fighting with each other. So these people are Armenian people living within Azerbaijan region. So now Russia has controlling, their army is going and standing there, maintaining peace there. This you have to check it. And then the INSTC, the different route. The blue line is the original route. Through Chabahar, Bandar Abbas, we can connect Moscow. This is another map. Okay. And then Eurasia. So EU is there, no? So competing that, Russia, under the leadership of Russia, they formed one more group called Eurasian Economic Union, where led by Russia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Armenia, Kyrgyzstan. These countries are there. And then that on table I have shown, no? So with that you compare with this and then find out in which zone, what are all the rights available to this country, what are all the rights available to other world countries, what they can do, whether they can send their ship innocent passage, aeroplane, mineral rights, fishing rights. So like that you just check it. And then this Panama is a very important issue today, because US said that we are taking over Panama, because Panama now goes under the control of some China. Like that one issue was there. One Hong Kong based company were doing something. So that's why US said that we are taking over Panama. We are going to influence, like that issues are there. So what are the countries around Panama? So in all these countries, instability is there, dictatorship is there, rebels are fighting with each other because of US involvement in these countries, in the countries' politics. All they want is, they wanted to control the Panama Canal. So they are controlling Panama. To control Panama, they are controlling the entire Central Asian countries. They want to control the entire region. All because of that, they wanted to cross from Atlantic Ocean to Pacific Ocean. They want that route to be reliable. That's why they are involving in all these countries' problem, including Colombia, Venezuela. Why these areas are unstable? Because US wanted to control this territory. It is creating problem. When legitimate government is there, they will pump money to the opposition side and then make the government unstable, so that the entire area will be under US control. This is what US is doing. They wanted the Panama Canal. To control the Panama Canal, they were controlling the Panama Canal zone, the area in the both the sides. And to control the Panama Canal zone, they are controlling Panama. To control Panama, they are involving in all other countries' politics. Entirely, they are trying to control the entire region. Trump said that we will take over this issue. Now, yesterday also news were there regarding this. What Trump said was not correct. Like that, issues were there yesterday. Check it. And then Gulf of Mexico. So Trump said that we will rename Gulf of Mexico into Gulf of America. So what are all the countries around Gulf of Mexico? So that you check it. And then regarding Greenland also issue is going on. Greenland, it belongs to Denmark. But what US said, we will buy Greenland. We will take over Greenland. Denmark said, not possible. Denmark is a small country, but Greenland is a bigger space. Okay, so bases are there, certain military, other strategic importance US is having. That's why it is trying to take over the entire Greenland. Okay, these areas just to check it. So these are some of the things I have prepared. Just go through all these things. Minimum, at least minimum, you have to go through this. Then only you can score at least 5 to 8 questions. Easily we can score. Okay, it's actually a fun to read this. It will not take much of your effort. Easily you can do it. Okay. Okay. So now we'll get into the class.